The ladies were out this weekend. Abby and Kristin.
Two girls, one review.
We are back on the streets of Atlanta going to some of the nicest restaurants because, you know, we love to eat and we love to drink and we love to gossip.
We love to gossip, and all three in one night. It was a win on Friday. So I've been seeing this restaurant called Ela. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's spelled E-L-A. And I am a sucker for Mediterranean food. So when this place opened up a couple of months ago and I saw all of the videos from all of the food influencers, I wrote it down in my little notes. I was like, we have to go to Ela or Ela or whatever it's called because I love pita.
We probably should have asked the server before we left how to pronounce the
She wouldn't have
restaurant.
known. She didn't.
She was I thought she was extremely helpful and knowledgeable of the menu.
We asked her if the donuts were made of phyllo, and she was like, I don't know. She didn't know.
I don't even know what's phyllo.
It's a type of dough.
Yeah, but it's like a Greek dough. Yeah. Anyway, lovely woman.
She was very good.
Very sweet to us and gave us shots at the end. So really, who am I to complain?
I think everybody gets those.
But I like to think it's because we were special. I like to think it's just because our waitress really liked us. But anyway, we had an amazing time. They set us up in a corner booth, prime seating for us to be able to people watch and get our order. Me and you started off with some cocktails. We're looking over the menu. She was very knowledgeable about what we should order because me and Kristin are both like, don't give us anything sweet.
Yeah.
Do you think that there are times on that menu where you're looking at and you're at a fancy restaurant, which you guys have more experience at than I do, but sometimes I look at the words and I'm like, you guys just made this word up. That's not even a vegetable.
This one, I wouldn't, just to clarify, this isn't like a super fancy restaurant. So this is in Virginia Highlands where El Taco used to be.
Okay. I know exactly where it's at. Yeah.
And so this is the restaurant that has taken its place. So yeah, we kicked it off with cocktails. I had the Persephone Frosé.
Yes.
You had the Mezcal one, correct?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was called the Spice Road. And I love a spicy margarita. And I was like, what do I need to get that's not going to make me go into a sugar coma? And this was a very smoky cocktail, a very strong cocktail. I didn't even finish it. By the time I got halfway through, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, my frosé was real strong too. I was like, we need to let this puppy melt so I can imbibe. But we started with some starters, which was the summer melon salad, and then the hummus, which was, if you go there, you have to get the hummus. The crispy chickpeas on top were like freaking delicious.
So good. And I hadn't had hummus until this year. Like, it's one of those things I had never tried until the year of our Lord 2024.
I did the same thing,
out of her mind right now.
Where have I? Well, I've been missing out. Hummus is delicious.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things where it looks like the texture is not very appealing, and chickpeas aren't necessarily a very sexy food. So I'm like, I don't need that. And I prefer tzatziki sauce. And normally on a crudite platter, there's hummus and tzatziki.
Crudite.
What now?
Whatever.
What the hell did you just call it?
Tzatziki.
Crudite
is a vegetable. If you have cucumbers and carrots and tomatoes and you
Okay.
can dip it in sauce,
Y'all-
it's a crudite.
I didn't even know she
Y'all
was
pass
wrong.
me some of them crudites.
There should be a server outside that has these words on different index cards, and if you can't pronounce them, you can't go in to eat.
Well, this is just prime reasoning why we have no business doing any kind of reviews of any restaurant.
That's why I trust you guys more.
We're so ratchet. We're like, give us the crudite award. Did I say it right?
Yeah,
crudite.
nailed it.
Crudite. Yes. Anyway, I usually just go for the tzatziki.
So
Tzatziki.
my question is though, is it an insult to ask for salt? Because the watermelon summer melon salad was delicious, but it needed a pinch of salt to really set the flavors off.
Is
Yeah.
there salt on the table?
No, this isn't Beef O'Brady's.
Come on, at these fancy
Hey,
restaurants,
it don't work like that, dude.
it's not an insult. I actually think it's more of a commentary on the chef, because at the fancy restaurants, the reason you don't have salt and pepper on the table is because the kitchen staff and the cooking staff knows exactly how to season the food, so it's perfect. So if it comes out and it needs salt, well then...
That's what I'm saying. Is it an insult? And we looked at each other and we ate about half of it. And I was like, I really want some salt.
And you know it's bad if two white girls are like, this isn't seasoned enough.
So it's not the same as being at a nice steakhouse and asking for A1.
I think that's the equivalent.
It is the equivalent.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's the equivalent.
Except A1 wouldn't normally just come out on steaks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a flavor preference. A lot of the times, sometimes stuff just needs salt.
So anyway, I bit the bullet and I did it because I was a froze deep, so I didn't care at this time. And then we ended up doing kebabs, which were delicious.
Love a kebab. You had the couscous with the feta. Oh, I love cheese.
So all in all, we had a very lovely time.
And then we ended with donuts, which redeemed us because the last time we had donuts together, we both were one bite away from throwing up.
Man, we would tell you the name of the place, but we don't know how to pronounce it.
ELA.
ELA.
All right, we got bigger fish to fry here because there is a man in town that is destined to meet Abby.
Yeah, move over, Schmiley Schmeen. I have a new celebrity crush to hyperfixate on, and it's Glenn Powell because he is in Atlanta. And I was at the same concert as him this weekend and had zero idea until somebody sent me a photo of him in the VIP tent. I went over to Cadence Bank Amphitheater where Tate McRae was performing, which, by the way, she's a killer performer. We had so much fun. And it turns out Glenn Powell, who's shooting a movie or a TV show here, went to go support her because I guess they do Pilates together back in LA and he wanted to go and support her. And so I have decided I'm going to use Andrew Garfield's Witch Doctor Girlfriend's love potion to lure Glenn Powell in while he is here for the next couple of months and see if it works. If it can work for Witch Doctor, Dr. Kate Thomas, it can work for me. So she has a list on her TikTok of all the things you need to create or you need to have to create this love potion, which is supposed to seduce the person you want. It includes shea butter, almond oil, castor oil, essential oils, frankincense, rose. I don't know how to pronounce this. Ylang-ylang.
Ylang-ylang?
Ylang-ylang.
Ylang, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Crudité.
Amsign and one pipette of magical oil, which I'll also have to create. But then there's one final ingredient that I will need all of your help with on Wednesday after I create my magic love potion.
Riz.
Basically. But Dr. Kate Thomas says there's one thing you need to do once you have it created. You have to set your intentions once you hold the completed mixture. So I'm going to make my magical love concoction tomorrow once everything comes from Amazon. And I'm going to pass around my love potion and have you guys each set my intention for how I'm going to lure Glenn Powell into my loving embrace. And hopefully that will bring him my way somewhere in Inman Park.
How much is it going to run you?
Let's pull up my Amazon cart because it's way more expensive than I anticipated. I was like, can I not just go to Bath and Body Works? So you have to get some shea butter. That was $6. Almond body oil, $3. Frankincense essential oil, $4. Rose oil, $4. And that's not even half of it. I still haven't found the ylang-ylang, the asbine, and the magical oil. So probably like $30 to $40.
So before I saw you in San Diego work your magic at that bar I took you to, Lahaina, I would have thought that had this worked and Glenn Powell was right in front of you, you would stumble over your words. You'd be a little on the insecure side and nervous. But girl, once she has a couple of drinks in her, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it.
She can hold her own, man, for sure.
Listen, I can rizz up a man. They just never really follow through once I bring the rizz to them. Like listen, it's not for a lack of trying. I will go up to any group of guys. I know like the right words, but they either have a girlfriend, they're gay, or they just think I'm ugly. So I'm striking out on all three counts.
That's a bold move when you approach everybody in the group, man. That is a very bold, which you don't consider yourself, and I do, confident move.
That
If
is
you can
bold.
pull that off, if Glenn Powell's in front of you, I think you could pull it off.
You know what? And with the help of this magical oil from Dr. Kate Thomas, Andrew Garfield's girlfriend, I think I'm going to be unstoppable.
It's already done. It's already done, Abby.
It's over for you, hoes.
The Burt Show.